Hello, YouTube. It's Black Tiger Miner here. Welcome you guys back to the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming back for updates. I just want to address something real quick. I did see the comments from Financial Failure and Codemaster. Thanks, guys. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for giving the comments. Thanks for the encouragement and the inspiration. I wasn't going to make a video today, but I'm back. So I want to make your haters your motivators. So we're going to keep hammering videos. I don't care what anybody says. We're going to keep making videos. We're going to keep pushing KASPA. Remember, KASPA, KASPA, KASPA. Don't listen to the FUD. Don't listen to uh, extra information. Don't miss it. Get caught up in confusion. Continue to hold KASPA. At some point, it's going to pay out. Look, I'm doing the research. I'm watching the videos. I'm searching YouTube to bring you guys more information about KASPA. So just keep buying and keep holding. This is not financial advice, but I think it's going to pay off. So let's start with the Twitter page. Twitter page is a cool quote from Michael Sutton. I'm not sure if I get this guy's name wrong. At this point, I should know it, but I haven't heard anybody say it. So, one of the main side achievements of the Rust Rewrite program is the community devs who did not know about KASPA before mainnet are now a major part of the rewrite and slowly but surely studying more and more core components, namely Triumph, Haunted Cook, and JVJ. I don't know what that is. I'll look it up and get it back to you guys. And also, June 1st, the latest news and tweets. Check out the KASPA Daily channel. I wouldn't recommend Telegram, but someone is posting there, so you guys can check that out as well. I know with Telegram, you can get lost in some of the information. So we'll get back to the numbers. For today, KASPA is down 3.9%. In the last hour, it's down 0.5%. And the last week, it's down 11%. And for the month, it's down 40.5%, which is kind of confusing because the month just started. So I don't know if this is last month or this month. But either way, keep holding. So for the live coin watch, last hour, KASPA is down 1.17%. Last 24 hours, it's down 2.9%. Last 7 days, it's down 6.76%. And the last 30 days is down 38.17. The last 90 days it's up 27.16%. And the last year it's up 6,179. So I'm not sure if they did add this 1 year to the chart here. I checked, no one commented, so I'm not sure, but we'll keep researching that. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and help me help the community push out content, right? We got a lot of information today that I think will be useful in the KASPA community. So help us keep the community informed and enlightened. So here, coin market cap saying KASPA is down 2.92%. Last 24 hours volume, BTC is Bitcoin's down 2.83 and Ethereum's down 3.58. And if you notice here, we're about 0.10% from Bitcoin. So the coupling is getting closer, right? Even though KASPA's down, we are getting closer and closer to being with Bitcoin. I think once that happens, when Bitcoin takes off, KASPA is going to take off. So I think that's a good thing. And one of the videos, this guy is doing a deep learning algorithm for predicting KASPA. So at some point, I'm going to figure out how to do that so we can start doing that ourselves. But the information's pretty interesting. I don't want to hold you guys up. I want to get to that video and the other two videos.
10 days ago, where
So,
our AI
let's
price
get to
prediction
it.
machine, clear as day, showed a bump in the KASPA price coming directly up to 0.192 hay pennies. And as we can see on the chart, that bump actually manifested into true price action exactly like our AI price machine predicted. That's nothing though. We've got a whole new AI tool in our hands. It's called Agent GPT. It went on for a half of an hour. I asked it one question: how high will KASPA go? What it does is it then becomes an actual human person on the internet of sorts. It starts compiling a list of all the data that it will need to gather. It says we'll have to look into the historical price action. We'll have to do technical analysis. I'm going to have to go through social media and gather all the data. How many people are tweeting on it? How many YouTube videos are coming out about it? Compare it to injective coin, Litecoin. I'll have to notice its correlation to Bitcoin, Ethereum. It stacks up literally one half of an hour of different rabbit holes throughout the internet that it's going to go down, get more information, and then from that information decide that it's got another 10 rabbit holes that it needs to go down while it's coming up with this price prediction for us. After a half of an hour, it then produces an essay showing all the information in every rabbit hole it just went into searching for information for us. And it's also interesting to note that it says, in making this decision, we will have to consider the accuracy and reliability of the data that we were working with. So just because it found something on Twitter or on some website doesn't even mean that it will think that that is reliable information. It has to verify and cross-reference everything that it finds. So this thing cannot be fooled with skullduggery. It's actually intelligent. Here's the AI's final answer. KASPA price is subject to significant fluctuation. By the end of the year, it should reach 0.475 cents. And by 2027, it should be at 9 cents. Strangely enough, these numbers match exactly with the numbers that we're about to take a look at a completely different AI price machine that uses a completely different technique than Agent GPT. This is everybody's favorite AI price prediction machine, and we just got an update on the KASPA price. In all of our previous videos, it was only able to see up to 6 months, but now it's giving us a full 1 year scope of price prediction. It is showing KASPA is going up to 9 cents, but it says that it could get there very soon. Now, I will mention that Agent GPT said that one of the bullish factors that might happen with KASPA is as soon as these ASIC miners come out, a large mining facility might try to control the entire supply of KASPA. And they could set up a bunch of miners and, in fact, also buy a truckload of the coin. Should that happen when the miners come out right in August, we could definitely see this spike right up to 9 cents. Keep that in mind. The AI is showing a lot of fluctuation in the KASPA price, and it's showing it come down to right around 4 cents at the end of 2024. Due to the ASAC early release and this possible jackpot factor of mining facilities wanting to control KASPA and sending the price rocketing up to 9 cents right away, there's a possible trade out there where with $3,000 you could walk away with one full Bitcoin. Here's how. Running over to the AI Bitcoin price prediction, it is showing a low right at the end of September in Bitcoin. So you just hold that cash in KASPA, wait for Bitcoin to come down to 24,000. So that means if you just put like $3,000 into KASPA and this spike happens, you sell somewhere near the top, you could get a full Bitcoin for only $3,000. $100,000. Think about it. Even if you're doing a larger position in KASPA, you could sell 3 grand of it off and diversify into a Bitcoin, or maybe just keep it in cash, wait for KASPA's price to get volatile, and then just buy more KASPA if you're that much of a KASPA nut. We've been uploading.
Guys, so what do you think about his predictions? And what do you think about this AI technology he was using? I think it's pretty cool. I think it's worthwhile to check on or invest in. Some of these predictions are kind of far fetched, but we'll see. This is not financial advice. I'm not encouraging you to invest or to put 3,000 into Caspa. But remember, just keep DCA in, right? Put small amounts. Don't invest any money that you can't afford to lose. Don't put your car payment or your mortgage in it right now, right? Go in small amounts and kind of see how it plays out. So let's click to the next video. This is our friend Casper Blocks. So let's see what he's saying about his price predictions. And we'll be right back.
Back here with another KASPA update. You can see this is KASPA on the daily. We pulled back right to that 618, between the 618 and the 702 Fibonacci there. So I wouldn't expect this thing to pull back a whole lot further. Possibly at 0.1494. We got a support zone running right through there. You can see also right down there. So could have a little bit more down. Actually, the smaller time frames are about reset on the RSI. The 618, 702, that's one of the two best places, especially a bullish coin and an uptrend. That's where you want to see these things bounce. So nothing is definitely nothing broken here. We're down 5% for the day, but that's because the RSI is resetting. We're going to go over them RSIs here in a second. I want to show you Bitcoin here and a couple other things going on that is tying into the crypto market, where you can see Bitcoin in this falling wedge right here. All right, I want to show you the RSIs on it. That's the daily for Bitcoin. You can see the daily is getting to the top on this thing. The weekly is actually turned up. So you can see Bitcoin could possibly be on the verge of a breakout here. So that weekly is bullish. It's a 2867 and a 2808 down there. All right, so that's fantastic to see. We definitely want to see that. The 12-hour RSI getting a little overextended there for Bitcoin. Let's look at the smaller time frames here. The 8-hour, well, it looks like the 8 might possibly want to curve back up. Looks like there's a support zone through here that Bitcoin is actually. They
say money can't buy happiness. Look at that.
You made a great video, but what if no one watches it? Too few subscribers.
Working off of right down through here. You can see support here. Let me grab my pointer real quick. Support here, here, here. It looks like it's going sideways on here right now. Looks like it might have found some support here, but kind of watching for Bitcoin to possibly, we get to break out of this wedge right here. That's going to send this market flying. That dollar we've been watching, the DXY, that thing is right up to that 786 Fibonacci level. All right, and on the 8-hour RSI, you can see where we're at with that. But let's go look at this daily. This daily RSI is just maxed out, and it's bearish, actually. It's 89.97 and a 95. So it's bearish. You can see we've had what is that? 1, 2, 3 red candles on the daily in a row now. So might have ran out of steam up here. Hit that 786, that red line right there. That's the last Fibonacci level. Hit it right on the dot, and it's got rejected the last 3 days now off of that. So if we go over to the Dow Jones, I want to show you these because these all tie in together. The Dow Jones has been very close to breaking out of this wedge here for quite a while. This wedge goes back to November of 21. It started. This is on the weekly time frame, so this has been going on a long time. If it would get a breakout of this wedge, and you can see that weekly RSI just starting to flicker up there a little bit. Boy, oh boy, that would really, I think that would send everything flying if we get a breakout of the Dow Jones. The daily on the Dow Jones is at the bottom and heading up, so that's good to see. The S&P 500 same story here. This thing here, we're gonna move out on the weekly on the S&P because it has a long trend line way down here at the bottom. This thing's been going on for, oh boy, long time. It goes back. What is the date on this? 2010. This thing, actually 2009, this trend line started. All right, it's nowhere close to this trend line, but I want to see it take out this high right over here, so this thing doesn't end up looking like a big ABC and coming back down there. Right, you can see what I'm talking about there. If we definitely don't want to see that happening. Let me show you here real quick with this thing. Then we're going to get back to that KASPA chart, but I don't want to see a big ABC pattern come out of here. It'd be nice to see this thing take out this high right over here. All right, it has gotten a break out of this interior wedge it was forming here on this chart, but it just hasn't made no big run yet. You can see it broke out of there, but just has not got any big runs out of this breakout. So keeping an eye on that too. But let's get back to this KASPA chart. You can see on the weekly we have flipped to bullish 1.05 and a 0.7. So that is great to see. Finally, we got bullish numbers on that weekly. Let's go back to the other charts. What I wanted, we still have that falling wedge going here, guys. Be nice to see the breakout of that. That's for sure, and I'm sure we're gonna get it. It's just a matter of some of these RSIs resetting, and like I said, we're back to that 618 pullback, which is a perfect area for this thing to. Perfect area for it to bounce from. Now, if we go to these lower time frame RSIs on here, I want to show you these because the 8-hour is actually down at the bottom and reset. You can see that. Well, it's a 704 and a 13. It'll be reset here. Let's see. 12. Looks like midnight tonight. I'm doing this at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. But we have a green 8-hour candle started on here. All right, the 4-hour is reset down at the bottom. It is at let's see here. It's at a 5.2 and a 2.9, so it's bullish. What we ended up doing in here, let me zoom out here a second. We ended up doing a big. We did an ABC in here, right here. As soon as we came up here, we did a A, B, C correction. And I'll show you here. It was a, let's zoom out to the 8. Ended up being a 1-for-1 on the, when you measure this out. Let's get this off here a second. Take the Fibonacci from the top down to there. You can see it ended up being the A and the C leg. Just about, it stretched just a hair over, but it just ended up being a little bit longer. So I believe this correction is definitely about over for this thing. Expecting to see some upside here real soon out of KASPA. So hopefully that bottom was in there. Like I said, if not, this let's put this fib back up here real quick. That's 702 and 618 is the areas you really want to watch for. That's where a lot of guys jump in here. You can see how we bounced off this 618, and we're getting that green candle now, like I said, on that 8-hour. 702 down at the 4.01479 could come to the 702 before we get a bounce out of here. But this is possibly looking like this is all just one wave right here. This we took a wave count on this thing. This would be just all a 1, 2, and then our if our 3 is coming up, if this ends up being a 5 wave up, this 3 wave would be our biggest move up here. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on that. You'd see a pretty big move out of here. Okay, I would expect a let's get the full screen on here so we can see this thing. I would expect something like this to come out of here if this thing is, of course we got that rejection there. Oops, I apologize. Let me get that thing back here. Would expect something like this to happen, get that breakout, then a back test, and then go like something like that there. Okay, you want to see that back test this area as support now. when we do get this break out of here. But KASPA is looking fine, absolutely 100% fine. Nothing's broken. We're down 4.6% now. Looks like we're gaining a little bit of ground back here. Nothing but a correction. That's all this was. And just watching for this wedge breakout, man. This thing has been going on since the beginning of April. Yeah, April 1st or so. This wedge has been forming. The longer the wedge is formed, the bigger the breakout. I've read it to you guys a few days ago on here, and hopefully this thing is ready to go.
As you mentioned, KASPA is getting close to a breakout. I don't think, as he's mentioned as well, it's going to continue to go down in the correction. At some point, it's got to break out, right? And I think with um, crypto opening back up in China, it's where the Bitcoin bull market starts. And once it starts running, I'm pretty sure Casper will ride up with Bitcoin. But let me know your thoughts on that as well. And come on, folks, let's get some comments. Somebody say something. I mean, you're killing me here. Outside of financial failure and code master, I'm not getting a lot of comments. Don't be afraid or nervous about comments, right? You can say something. We're not going to go crazy or laugh at you guys, but just kind of want your input on some of this information. And this is the last video for price prediction for today. Let's kick to this. This is the Crypto Dead. Interesting name. But yeah, let's see what he has to say about it as well. We'll come back and do a wrap up and then let you guys get on with your weekend. So here we go.
Looking at KASPA. So from the last update, we're really not doing anything here on KASPA. It's just been going sideways here. You can see that reflected in the MACD, the RSI. They're completely going sideways at the moment, down below the 0 and the 50. So after this nice bounce off of the 200-day moving average, you can see we bounced and got stuck at the 21 and the 100, you could say here, and we're coming back down. So just keeping it simple on KASPA. I mean, it's in a nasty downtrend, as you can see on the chart here. If we come back down off of that bounce, you can see that the 200 and the 0.5 are about 11 to a 12% drop down here. The 0.5 is at 13.4, and your 200-day moving average is at 13.9. So in this 13 area is what needs to hold for KASPA to continue to either consolidate here and try to push back up, or if you end up losing that, of course, you're going to come down here to this 1 penny area on KASPA, which that could be the case. Come back down here and bounce and then do something like this before we eventually move up to break that downtrend at some point. So just kind of watch that price to the downside. If you lose this 13 area, this 13.4, and pretty much the 200-day moving average, you're going to come down here to 1 penny, in my opinion here. So you are in this nasty downtrend until you get over the 1.7 area. You can see you do have your moving averages here. They're all curling down. The 21 has crossed below the 100, and it's helping push the price down, as you can clearly see here on the chart. So the 50 is slowly making its way toward this 100 here, and they're all kind of curling down. So once the 50 crosses below the 100, then the downtrend is just going to get stronger here. So I would expect KASPA, unless something crazy happens and it just starts to shoot up, you're probably going to go sideways and down in this little downtrend. You could even draw another line down here probably and get some kind of a channel going for something kind of like this. And it's just like in this downwards channel. So we'll just take it day to day on KASPA here for now. Just watch this price to the downside. And for any kind of momentum back up, we have to get over 1.7 here and your 21-day EMA at 1.79. So 1.79 is your price to beat to get some momentum back to the upside. And ultimately, to get over the 100, the 50, all of that resistance there, and to break the downtrend as of now, KASPA needs to go up about 58, 59% and get over this 2.4 level. You're not bullish until you get over 2.4 on KASPA. Just take note of that. If we actually draw a fib from the most recent high here to the low, you can see that 2.4 area from the high to the low here is actually your 618 up here. It's at 2.5. So we have 247 to 2.5. That little bitty price area here is your price to beat for KASPA to be bullish again. So just kind of watch those prices there on KASPA. So you need to hold 1.3 to not drop down to a penny. If we bounce, we get some momentum back if we can get over this 176 area, and we're bullish if we get over 2.4 to 2.5 on KASPA here. But until then, you're just going to continue in this downtrend until further notice, in my opinion. Before we end it here, Heikin-Ashi candles, you can see they are printing red. The last one here is indecisive here. It does have a shadow on top. So we'll see if we can roll over off the 200-day EMA here and turn green again, and see if we can push through that 1.7 area and that 21-day EMA on KASPA. So we'll leave it at that on KASPA for now until the next update. Hopefully that
is the second prediction, the third today. So he's mentioning it's going to stay flat for a while. And at some point, it's going to pick up. So I'm not 100% sure. And no one can predict the future. So we'll just kind of have to ride it out and see. But I would say continue dollar cost average in, and don't forget to keep holding and keep an eye on it and see how it's going. It is down. I suspect it's going to be down for another couple weeks. But I suspect at some point in June, the bounce is going to start, right? With China opening back up their market and what everything else is going on with the ASCII, either they're going to start dumping or start buying for anticipation of the price to bounce and then dumping. But either way, I suspect there'll be some kind of movement towards the middle or the end of June. And with that said, I'll let you guys get back to it. This is Black Tiger Miner signing out on this Friday. Hope you guys have a good weekend. And remember, KASPA, KASPA, KASPA. And thanks for your support. Thanks for sharing, and commenting. And again, let's get some more comments. Come on, guys. Somebody say something. But yeah, let's get some more comments there. And thanks for supporting. Thanks for inspiring. And let's have a good weekend. And finally, let's get back to the money.